Hey guys, CornsyrupMinecraft here, and today we'll be bringing you another spotlight for the Voltz tutorials. We will be taking a look at electric expansion this time, and I did kind of forget, I should have done that first, but I wanted to kind of give you guys atomic science before that, so, because this isn't the most interesting, honestly. I'll be frank with you, my friends. It's not interesting. What are you doing over here? Hello? Hello? Oh gosh. Anyway, so you can see me hanging out in the nether. This is going to be one of my parts of my demonstration next to these cool dudes. Uh, uh, what? You're not supposed to be able to break that. That's obsidian. This is just wrong. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, buddy? I'm just gonna, leave now. Okay, is that okay with you? You trying to hit me? I'm just gonna leave, okay? Bye-bye. Wow, that's really fast. That happened really fast. Can he follow me through here? I don't think he can. Never tested that before. But anyway, so guys, we're jumping right into the mod with a little bit of a break. Talking about the world gen first, as always, we got a new ore and several, well, three new ingots that go with this mod. Okay, this ore is silver ore. Just find it anywhere. Silver ore. Alrighty, smelt that into a silver ingot like normal. Now, the reason why I was hanging out in the nether with that one guy who he wants to kill me for some reason. I'm not sure how he got out, but he was very mad. I don't know why. I just don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyway, we got lead here, and there's no ore for lead. It doesn't happen. I guess he was bored, so he didn't want to make the lead ore, which doesn't make any sense. Never mind, now that I think about it. So what he did was he made it so we can step into this fancy smancy portal right here. Just say hello to Martha. Yeah, that was Martha. How you doing, Martha? Not very friendly. Anyway, if you kill Martha, you'll see that Martha just happened by chance, to drop a few lead ingots. This is wondrous. I don't seem to be able to pick it up for some reason, which is odd. And oh, I thought he left too. Anyway, you can see that I didn't even remember his name. This guy, he dropped one lead ingot as well. I think their count is like 1 through 4. You get for lead ingots, but you have to find yourself a wither skeleton first, which can be tough. I have no idea. I'm like a massive vanilla noob. I don't know anything about vanilla really, except for basic snazzle wazzle. Alright, I didn't even know. Look at this, guys. There's no like countdown or anything. It just boom. When did that start happening? I don't even know. Anyway, moving on. That's how you get lead. Superconductor ingot. This is like your big bad boy. The really expensive bad boy ingot. In this mod, it's very, very expensive. Kind of, not really at all. It's a little bit expensive, but anyway. Superconductor ingot is crafted like shown. Alright, you need some 4 gold and 4 silver and an eye of ender and a pattern like such. You get yourself some superconductor dust, which just looks like you just kind of mashed it all together. Anyway, and then you smelt that and you get yourself a superconductor ingot, which is snazzy. Alright, and then moving on to a very badly depicted coil. Looks like a wheel, but it's not, it's a coil. Need some copper plates. These are copper, not bronze. It's kind of hard to tell the difference, but I'll show you real quick. Copper, bronze. Copper, bronze. You guys see it? I don't really see it either. But, it happens. But anyway, this is a coil. It's going to be used in a few of your recipes later on. It's not all that important, but, meh. Alright, so this is the draw plates. I don't know why it's plural, because you only get one of them. But don't argue. Okay, let's draw plates. So you just take some iron and a diamond and you get yourself this credit card that draws things. It's a tablet. No, I don't know. Anyway, moving on, which is to the handheld multimeter. And what the multimeter does is it basically just, you click on it and it tells you the power going through it, the ampage and wattage and voltage and all that stuff that I know nothing about. Alright, and then to craft that, you just need some insulated cables, copper cables, an advanced circuit, which is 1 diamond, and 2 bronze, or is this copper? Hold on. No, I think this is bronze. Let me just check here real quick. Sorry about that, guys. It's really hard for me to tell. I don't know. Maybe I just have eye issues, or maybe they just textured it completely to the same. Oh, this is copper. No wonder it looks alike. Well, how about that? This is bronze, I want to say. Maybe it's not. Let's look at this. I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself, guys, but I'm kind of curious. Yeah. That's bronze. Here, I'll set it up for you guys. This is gonna be... I hope you guys are not getting too annoyed at me, but can you see why it's really hard? I need that. That's what I needed. And then I need item frames, the best things. Alrighty. Copper. Bronze. I mean, I can kind of see the difference, but one's darker than the other, but, you know, I mean, it's still a little bit kind of hard to tell, you know? A little bit hard. You'd think that bronze would actually be the lighter one, but you never know. Whatever. Whatevs. Okay, I did that already. So, now, moving on to your uninsulated wires, which, in my opinion, are semi-pointless. They're kind of retarded. Why would you have uninsulated wires? Anyway, so you just take your 3 metal and put them like such, and you get an uninsulated wire, which you can't insulate later. You get 6 of them. And then you go like this with your silver and copper and whatever you want. And you guys might have noticed this or not, but there is an HV wire in the game. I'll show it to you right here. Nice and simple. Over here. Uninsulated HV wire. Unfortunately, I'm clicking R right now and it doesn't have any recipe. That is because, for some reason, which is completely unknown to me, the mod owner decided not to put aluminum in the game, which, on the wiki, it actually says you need aluminum to craft the wire. So, why put the wire in the game if you don't have aluminum? I don't know. It just seems a little bit wonky to me, you know, guys? Why have a wire that actually is used in some of the items in the game and not have aluminum in the mod, or even in other mods in Voltz there's not aluminum, so you're gonna have to deal without the high voltage wire if you're gonna play in survival. Anyway, uninsulated wire, cool enough. And then we got the wire mill, which is just, it's okay, I guess. I mean, we're gonna take a look at the recipes if I can get them. I'll get them to work. Come on, there you go. Alright, so basically what this does is it takes like a small amount of ingredients, it kind of turns them into larger amounts of stuff that normally would have taken you a lot more stuff to make, but it makes it so you can have a lesser amount. You just need electricity and time, I think is what it said on the wiki. And it does take a long time. I looked at this, not with this stuff, but I'll show you what I have this in this place for. But so you can do wool, which I don't know why the wool's out of order. It's really kind of annoying. You can do copper, so 1 copper can go into 3 uninsulated wire instead of 3 copper going into 6. It's more efficient in a way. And same with tin. And then there's a wool just randomly out of place. And then you kind of go through a few colors of wool, more wool, and then you get to this thing, which is why I did this. If you somehow, in some unknown way, find yourself with 64 superconductor ingots, you can go and make yourself an uninsulated superconductor. Yippee! Which is almost completely pointless to have. Which I don't even know why they have it. I mean, if you guys know another reason for it, then you guys can just leave it in the comments, constructive criticism, or just leave it for people that want to know how to do it. But I'll get on how to craft this, alright? You need that draw plates, that's only 1 plate, that we showed you how to craft earlier, And then you need 3 motors and 2 bronze plates. Yes, we discovered that these were bronze. And 2 steel plates and 1 basic circuit. And again, guys, with all the other tutorials, if you guys haven't seen my tutorial on basic components, and you're probably very confused right now because I'm going over all these items that don't exist in this mod. I mean, I haven't told you how to make any of this stuff, but that's because it is in basic components, and I already did a spotlight on that, so just check that out, and you will see all these recipes and other stuff that basic components has to offer. It basically connects all these mods. Alright, so there's something wrong here. Oh my goodness, that is annoying. Look at that. Look at that. That's just, ugh. Just can't take it anymore. Anyway, so these are your insulated wires, which is pretty much all you're going to use. You just take the ingot and put some leather or wool around it. Either one works. Wool would probably be more better because you can farm wool and you can't farm really leather all that well. But anyway, insulated wires, just take the ingot that you want of any type, even superconductor ingots, which I'll get to over here, and they'll make your 6 insulated wires, except that insulated superconductor stuff only makes 2, so you're going to have a lot more leather and a lot more superconductor ingots to get a long run of these. But I'll explain why in the future. Alright, or maybe I'll explain it now. I don't really. Why not? Let's do this, guys. Alright, so each of these wire types has a certain amount of like power lossage and the amount of amps they can hold and all sorts of stuff like that. And so copper is obviously the worst, and also, which is another reason why you would never want this, if it's uninsulated, it can hurt you, like when there's power going through it. So why would you want that? I don't even know. But if you're one of those guys likes to take a risk every once in a while, save yourself some cows, then you know, I mean, you can go uninsulated. I mean, I really don't care. It's your world. But I would advise you insulate them because then they won't hurt you. And so all these ores or wire types have different lossages and stuff, and I'll put a link to the wiki in the description if you guys want to check those out. Alright, so but one cool thing about the superconductor is it doesn't lose any power. You can stretch this from here all the way to the other end of the world until it loops back around over here, which will never happen, and it would not lose a single bit of power, which is awesome. So pretty much this is a forever wire. Just go anywhere you want it to go, never lose any bit of power, but it is, again, fairly expensive for 1 ingot. 3 of those ingots only equals 2 wires, so, you know, I mean, but I guess the cool thing about the wire mill is, if you put 64 of these ingots in here, you get 64 uninsulated superconductor cable, and then for every uninsulated superconductor cable, wow, that's almost like a tongue twister there, if you add a piece of leather or wool to it, you get one of these. So, I mean, this is definitely a more efficient way to go, but it's the only way to get uninsulated superconductor cable, and you have to have a full stack first. So if you really wanted to wait until you get a full stack, and then wait like the few hours that it probably takes, like, let me show you guys this superconductor. Alright. No, what are you doing? What? I want to put it here. Thank you. And I'll get myself an infinite battery. Lots of power. And look at this, guys. Okay, it's working. In about 3 hours. Whoop-de-doo. Might come back to that once I finish the rest of this item wall and see if that's even halfway done yet. How about it? Alright. Moving on to it. It has a few special types of wires, electric suspension does. That's its like main focus, I think. I may be wrong about that. It adds a lot of stuff, but I think its most important thing to add is the wires. And so this is a new type of wire. It's called the switch wire. Take any type of wire, even the superconductor, and add a lever to it. Simple as that, and you get this thing with a red band around it. Which, I mean, it's okay. And then, so this what this does, it's, if you're familiar with industrial craft, it's the power switch, not Spillcraft, like the power switch pipe. Okay, I think that's what it's called. Probably got that completely wrong. But anyway, the redstone signal connects the pipes, alright? See, we're turning it on and off, which can be useful for some contraptions, you know. If you don't want power flowing, then you leave it on and then, you know, toggle it a little bit. The next is the opposite, alright? It's the logistics wire, any type of switch wire, which is that wire right there that I just went over, and with an advanced circuit, which takes 1 diamond, by the way, and then you will get yourself a logistics wire. And what this does is, if electricity is flowing through it, it will emit a redstone signal. So that can also be very useful on certain things. But I don't know, I'm not really all that into redstone too much. I more prefer contraptions which use redstone, which I don't know what I'm saying, gosh. Okay, so next is the advanced battery box, which this is a pretty major upgrade to the normal one, which is again in my basic components video. And you need 5 batteries, 3 uninsulated wire, no, not uninsulated, 3 insulated wire, copper wire, and an advanced circuit. So this is only 1 diamond, guys. I mean, that's not too bad for what it does, because I'm pretty sure it holds more, and we'll get into the upgrades for it later. Almost right now. But anyway, we're going to get the batteries, because once I was like down here, I realized I'd forgotten batteries, and I was like, oh, facepalm. But anyway, so I just kind of stuck them out the side. Looks pretty stylish, adds a bit of flair. Anyway, so the advanced battery is crafted with some silver and some glowstone. Obviously, a mystic force makes it advanced. Glowstone makes stuff advanced. Rule the day. Alright, and then the elite battery looks... I mean, which one would you choose, guys? Dark, like, morbid kind of battery, or the light, cheery battery? Honestly, I'd choose this one, because it holds more power, but, you know. That's just me. But anyway, so you need 2 lead, gas tier, wow, I was blank there. 2 insulated copper wires, and some steel plates. Alright, not too hard. And another battery they have is the infinite battery, which cannot be crafted in survival mode, but it is useful in creator mode, or just for like creating stuff. Like if you're a server admin or something, you wanted something to run forever, then that could be very useful for you. You won't have to keep on changing out batteries, which could be a nuisance. Anyway, moving on to the basic storage upgrade, which is an upgrade for this bat box. We take a look at the GUI. We can see that it's like the normal bat box, except it has these 3 slots right here. And these are for your upgrades, alright? And the upgrades are the storage upgrades, transformer upgrade, I think. No, yeah, a few transformer upgrades and like a few high voltage upgrades or whatever. Alright. So, basic storage upgrade is just 4 batteries, a copper insulated wire, 2 bronze plates. Those are bronze. I know that now. I think. Maybe I don't. Oof. Pretty sure those are bronze. What do I have in my hand right now? Yeah, it's bronze. That's a good way to know. I can just go boom or boom. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then you have your 2 elites basic circuits at the bottom. Okay. Now you'll see a pattern here with the storage upgrades. It's kind of simple. If we move on to the advanced storage upgrade, which takes 4 batteries. And then the lower tier, which is the basic storage upgrade, which is right there. And then 2 steel plates, and then 2 advanced circuits, which are a diamond each. So be careful about that, how you spend your diamonds. Alrighty. And so then moving on to the elite storage upgrade, which is pretty much the exact same thing. With the lower tier, which happens to be the advanced upgrade, with 4 elite batteries and 4 of these elite circuits. Alright, and these are each 2 diamonds each. That's 8 diamonds, plus this one, which is another 2 diamonds. That's about 10 diamonds right there. Alright, so next we're gonna get into the even higher upgrade, which is a total of 18 diamonds for 1 upgrade. Holy crap. And it also requires yourself some antimatter. If you haven't seen how to make antimatter, go check out my atomic science video, and you will definitely see how to get antimatter. We had a good time with that. So that pretty much settles that. We need antimatter around the elite storage upgrade with 4 elite circuits, 18 diamonds full. So that's a lot of diamonds. Alrighty, moving on. Those were the storage upgrades. They increase the capacity, obviously, if you hadn't figured that out yet, of how much this thing can hold. So this one right now can hold 5 megajoules. We were to, I don't know, put an ultimate storage upgrade in there, we would now see this holds 10 megajoules. That doubles it, so that's probably a lot, since I don't know anything about power, electricity, or stuff like that. Anyway, now we're getting into some of the transformer upgrades and all that stuff, which we'll get into transformers later over here with the little arches. Anyway, so the down transformer upgrade is, well, what it does is it takes, I think anyway, it makes the bat box acts as a down transformer pretty much. And so any high voltage going in will get lowered going out. I'm almost positive that's what that does. Alright, so you need 3 copper cables, 2 basic circuits, and a red transformer, whichever one it's that one right there. So that's the middle tier transformer. Alright. And so next one is the... Oof. Oh no. I have to note this one. Did I forget signs on some of these? Dang it. I did. Luckily, I have a superb memory. Not really, but I will try my hardest to know what these things are, okay? This is a HV acceptor upgrade. It makes it so that all the bat box can hold high voltage power. Which, if you guys saw my atomic science video, you guys might have been wondering why it wasn't working. The fulmination generator, sorry. There's a fulmination generator, which is an antimatter explosion generator energy harvester thingy, and it wasn't working for me, and this is why. I forgot to put this thingy in here, and all those other thingies just stopped working because that one thingy wasn't in that thing, you know? I mean, those thingies are important to that thing. But no, really. So, I mean, you just need this to store any high voltage power inside of it. Alright, and that was kind of misleading for me. Alright, but to make this, which I found really odd, you need 6 high voltage things, a blue transformer, which is the highest tier transformer, and 2 elite circuits. But the problem with this is we don't have any HV thingies, HV wires, that thing right there. We don't have one. I don't know why. It's all weird like that. So I'm just gonna check. But yeah, insulated HV wire. I mean, we can't make that. So I don't know. Something's getting a little bit wonky here. And then this one again, we can't really make because of this, the HV wires. But I can show it to you because it is an upgrade. And if you're someone who doesn't have Voltz, then you might have a mod that I've never heard about that has aluminum in it. I mean, I don't know. You could easily have the aluminum mod that has tons and tons of aluminum in it and be able to easily craft these, but I don't, so neither does all the other Voltz users. So this is kind of useless, which is kind of annoying, because you'd think if they made a mod pack out of it, you'd have everything you needed to create all the items in the mod. But, you know, I mean, I guess not. I mean, I guess I thought wrong, but, you know. Anyway, so you need some HV cables, some copper insulated cables, and 2 of these advanced things, advanced circuits, and then you need a red transformer, which is again the 2nd tier transformer. Alright, and then, so that's the HV acceptor upgrade. And did I explain what this does? No, I didn't. Wow. This basically allows your bat box to take in HV power without exploding. This one allows it to hold it, this one allows it to take it in. There's a kind of a fine line between that, which is what I got wrong in my atomic science video. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so next, moving on to transformers. These are okay, I guess. Anyway, we'll just take a look at how this is crafted. This is the green transformer, the lowest tier transformer, and if I look this up in that place where you look stuff up in the eye, And I type in transformer, sorry about that guys. This is the 60 volt transformer, which means it downgrades 60 volts. Alright, so again, the weakest transformer, but I mean, it has a little bit of an impact. Alright, so you need 2 of these coil wheels, and 2 bronze plates, and basic circuit, and then 3 steel plates at the bottom. You'll see a pattern here with these transformers, by the way, because all the other ones will be the same thing, except different circuits inside of them. Alright, as you can see here, this is a red transformer, again the second tier transformer, crafted the same way as the other one is, except for this advanced circuit down here. And that is the 120 volt transformer. So now we just double what this is doing down. And so that will take it down a fair ways. And then this one right here is the big daddy of the transformers with the elite circuit worth 2 diamonds. We got the wheels and the bronze plates. I think they're bronze plates. Maybe they're copper plates. No, they're bronze, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. So we got the elite circuit right there, and this one makes it go down 240 volts. That's again doubling what this one goes down. So that's pretty good. And note on using these transformers, the red side, as with all stuff in the Voltz pack, is going in. That's where power goes into the transformer. The black side is where stuff goes out. That is a very important thing to note, or else your stuff will not work. Alright? So that's the transformers. They just kind of downgrade your power a little bit. It's if you had a fusion reactor and it was I mean, you didn't want to just hold that raw power in your hands. I mean, you could downscale it to some wimpy power and be like, yes, I have the power. Anyway, that was completely off topic. Oh gosh. Anyway, so this is the multimeter. You might have noticed back way over here, we still have a handheld multimeter. I think this is this one, yeah. And apparently, this one is more advanced than the block itself, which kind of makes sense, but not really makes sense because it's smaller and bigger is better, right, guys? That's what we think in America. No. This thing, basically what it does is it just constantly tells you, hey, my power level is this. But you have to hook it up right here to the power line right here. You just hook it up to this thing, this red splotch on the back, to any power network, and it will tell you the current amps, volts, and watts. Though it is misleading, I must admit. I would expect to see this design on it, and then all I see is this, and I'm like, what? No, you can't do this to me. I'll not take it. And it was like, I'm not changing for you. And I was like, fine, then it's over. And then he walked away. What? Oh, what? Anyway, guys, so this is crafted with some 4 copper cable insulated stuff and some copper plates? That looks like copper. Yeah, it does. Alright, and a stick. Why they need the stick? I don't know. It's probably for something, some high-tech secret purpose that they need the stick for, or maybe it's for making it look better, and that's the stick right there. I bet that's what it is. They try to deceive me, but I know what the stick is for. I'm watching you. Anyway, this guy's pretty cool. This is the Quantum Bat Box. It's pretty neat. It's kind of a bland GUI, but still pretty cool. You can see my name written out there, so it must be awesome. Anyway, this thing takes this is 1 gram antimatter explosion stuff. Now, in my Ton of Science video, I showed you 200 milliliter gram stuff. And what this is this is 5 of those just smashed together in a vial, not very carefully, so it's highly destructive. So, and you just kind of like gluing them to the side of this box. And I guess you broke one of them because it's all black now, because it used to be gray. Anyway, off topic. So you just take some of that, and that is, let's see, that's 8 times 5? I think it's 5. I really do think it's 5. Let's just get some of this stuff, because I want to throw some around too. Antimatter 1 gram. Recipe, please. Thank you. Yeah, so 5 times 8, that would be a whopping 45, maybe, yeah, 40, wait, no, 40, 40, I caught myself, guys, it's okay, whopping 40, oh my, wow, that's actually quite a bit now that I think about it, whopping 40, 200 milligrams of antimatter. And if you guys have watched my atomic science mod, which I do recommend you watch, just so you get a complete understanding of how the mods work together, then you would have known it took a while in me feeding it constant power from my creator mode inventory to make one of those things, and to make 40 of them. That's a bit of power, actually. That is quite a bit of power. But this thing is pretty cool. Basically what this is the ender chest of power. I could set a frequency here up to 180, so I'm pretty sure I can go like 179. Oops. 179. Set that. Or not. Maybe it only goes to 18 now. I read on the wiki it said 180. But each player gets their own set of frequency. You can see it customizes to the player, just like a vanilla inner chest does. Alright? And I think you actually need 2 of these. I'm not quite so sure on the topic, but from the concept it wouldn't make sense. But you can just link these together via interstellar antimatter communication Russian stuff. And it would work, you know. I mean, it would be like, hey, I got some power for you, and he'd be like, oh, really, power? Oh, yes, I love power. Anyway, a little bit off topic. I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure what the accent was supposed to be, but yeah. So this thing is like the battery box of power. He's pretty cool. But now what I want to do is I just want to throw some stuff around. I'm actually going to, with my awesome power, Control Shift click, and we're just gonna see what this stuff does. Let's see here. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Explode. Oh, there we go. That was actually mildly disappointing. That was maybe about 2 things of TNT. Wow. I am, however, got these green particle effects around me. So let's see what we got here. Radiation. That's lovely. I'm like a good dose of radiation, you know. I love it. I'm not really. It's very painful. It's eating my soul away. It's like cancer, but it's radiation. Oh my goodness. Anyway, guys, so this has been CornsyrupMinecraft from CornsyrupMinecraft with the electric expansion mod. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to make it as interesting as possible, but this is really all that it is. It's a bunch of blocks, but really more it's a bunch of items and concepts that are added to the game. Like, it's not really much you can really test out, but it's more of items that can work in a certain way, like the wires and all sorts of neat stuff. But the lead concept is actually fairly interesting, going into the nether and to getting your lead. I'm not even sure if you have to go to the nether, but I figured a wither skeleton would be in the nether. But yeah, so guys, CornsyrupMinecraft here, and have a great day, everyone. This has been the electric expansion mod. Once again, link to the wiki in the description. Have a great day, everyone.